Well, happy holidays to you. Blessed Yule, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, all the things, all of the celebrations of light at this time of year as we start that process of moving out of the dark time and back towards the light. It is a time of remembrance, it's a time of being quiet, even though we don't let ourselves do that very much. And here's a meditation for you, a little something, a gift from me to you. So, find a nice, comfortable place where you can sit with your back supported and not be disturbed for about 12 minutes. And bring your attention to your breath. Allow your breath to become slow and deep. And as you breathe, just let yourself ride the flow of the air you breathe, rising with the inhale and drifting gently down on the exhale. Relax. Feel your body settle down on the surface beneath you and feel your body let go. Your thoughts quiet. Your belly softens. Your jaw releases. And your shoulders relax down and away from your ears. If you haven't already closed your eyes, please do. And just let yourself feel your breath. Find that still point at the top of the inhale. And as you exhale, touch the still point at the bottom of your breath. Solstice, by the way, is all about that stillness of the sun, that moment of stillness. You have 2 of those with every breath you take. Relax. As your mind quiets, images rise around you, and you find yourself sitting in a lovely little cafe. It's fully decorated for the holidays, not overdone, but plenty of lights, the scent of pine, a wreath on the door. It's early in the morning, and you look out the window and see the snow falling. Tiny little snowflakes riding the air like little glittering fairies. The sidewalk and street is also covered with glittering snow. It's a beautiful sight and calming. And you're happy to be here in this place, having a moment away from your thoughts, from the season, from the busyness. And you have a mug in front of you of something exactly right for you. You warm your hands on that mug. And you look around and notice there are a few other people at tables here at this early hour. You're not even sure what brought you here so early, but you're glad that you're here. And just then the door opens and you hear the little bell above it jingle, and an old woman with white hair and long colorful clothing and a beautifully carved cane comes walking in. She has a presence, a certain kind of calm, a certain kind of power with her stillness. And she looks around, noticing who's there. She gives a nod to everyone, yourself included. And she goes to the first person that she can get to, a table near the door. And you see her bend over and whisper in that person's ear, and then reach in her pockets and pull out a small gift, a tiny little box You can't really see what it is, but you just saw the shimmer of the wrapping paper as she passed it over. And the person looks up at her and grins, and she nods for them to open it, and they do. And the look on their face just makes you smile. Not only do they look happy, but grateful, thrilled, filled with awe, and peaceful. And you can't help but wonder what on earth she gave them. She reaches out and pats them on the shoulder and continues walking. She comes towards you next. With a twinkle in her eye, she approaches you and winks as she gets close. She reaches in her pockets and brings out a tiny little box, shiny red paper, glittery white bow, and she pushes it toward you and says, "This is always yours. Sometimes you forget." And you're curious, but you feel so good in her presence. And you slip the little bow off and pop open that wrapping paper and take out the box. And when you open it, there's this light, this glow. You not only see it, but you feel it, as if an energy like a small sun is glowing out of that box and right into your body. "There," she says, "just take it in." "Kindness," she says, "self-love, you forget," she says, "but I'm here to remind you." And she caresses the side of your face and says, "Always be kind to yourself. Don't let those old stories get you down." And she taps the item in the little box, and now you start to see what it is. You couldn't tell if it was a brooch or a pin or a jewel, or now you see what it is. "Put it on," she says. And you take it out and you do put it on. And you feel this confidence move through your body. It's exactly what you need. And as she turns to move on and visit with the barista, you notice that in the back of her hood, there's a little cat. And that cat peeks up over the top of that hood that's on her coat and looks right at you and blinks that slow cat blink. And you just watch, amused and calm, as she carries on, delivering back to the barista exactly what he needs on this day. And you sigh and lean back in your chair and touch your gift and sip your beverage and look out at the fairy light dancing snow. And you think, life is good, all is well. And she turns and makes her way back towards the door. And just then you notice that as she goes towards the door, she sees somebody sitting in the very back corner all by themselves with their heads down. And she goes over to get their attention and takes out a little gift to give to them, but they don't take it, they don't want it, and they won't look at her. You can hear her say. And she picks up her cane and she gives them a sharp rap on the back of the head. And at first you're shocked, but then she laughs, and that person looks at her and rubs his head. "Wake up," she says. "Wake up and take what's yours." and rubbing their head and looking up at her, they do take the little gift. And you realize something in this moment, that she delivers all the good things, and she also delivers that brick to the head enlightenment for those who need it. And you smile and lean back in your chair and think, well, I'm glad I accepted that gift. And she turns again and walks out the door, and you hear the jingle of the bell and see the cat peeking out of the hood of her cloak, and she disappears into the swirling snow. And you lean back and look out the window and breathe. You breathe your way gently back, breath by breath by breath, into your body, into the moment, into the room in which you rest. You call yourself back gently, mindful of the gift you were given, and grateful that you have found again this piece of yourself. You come all the way back and open your eyes, relaxed and refreshed, and ready to head towards the new year. This is Raven Dana, and thank you for joining me on this walk between the worlds. Have a very, very lovely day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye now.